Hi traders, good morning. It's Christo here. It's about 9:25 here on Central Time. Looking at the markets. Just wanted to make a quick video update here on the on the evolution of the S&P 500 here and some of the forex pairs. You can notice what's going on in the S&P 500, and if you've been watching some of our previous videos here, we were sort of looking ever since we've had this rejection at the 618 fib zone, and this was an extremely important one. And we said that if we're able to take out these highs and close above them, there is a increased chance of this market hitting the 127 extension here at about 1530. Not only that it got hit, but it got hit, almost exactly to the point in there. So just you can see how important this 127 extensions are in all the markets, not in just the equities. So we've been hitting this 1530 level, and then we kind of pulled back. The trend lines in here, we've been having them on the chart for months now, and you can notice if we go back on the daily charts, how the market posted this fake breakout in here just to touch the 127, and then posted a massive rejection bar from those highs, and now we're kind of coming back and retesting this upward trend line in here, and getting along in this market in here makes sense with stops below, but at the same time, this important rejection in here tells us that might be more in store for the downside into this market rather than going into the upside. So let's just wait in here for this market to reverse a little bit and move higher, probably for the next couple of days, maybe even into tomorrow, and let's see if we can get a retest of these levels in here, and then look for a break of this trend line and then move to the downside toward the next trend line in here. So I wouldn't rush in here to pile on risk off trades. I would just rather be patient in here and just wait for a little bit of a pullback. We might get some pullbacks into the euro dollar, Aussie, and the rest of the trades in here to kind of mimic the move of the stock market, and then sell into a fib retracement down here into a 618, between 50 and 618, and then look for more downside toward 1475. Another, about 25 pips. An important horizontal support in the market, it's at about 1475 as well. So it's sort of, kind of a confluent zone in here. We would have, into the market dropping to this 1475 level. So, just pay attention here, watch this trend line and the retrace, and then the move down. If we do break straight to this trend line today and tomorrow and we close below, then this might be an indication that the market is pretty set into making a more significant retracement for the next few weeks. So pay attention to the equity markets. All right. I think that I'm going to go and look at the euro dollar in here and see. We've been having some shorts in the euro dollar. We've been, kind of keeping it in here for probably more than a week, and finally some of our targets were reached last night into the Asia, and I think I've mentioned on Twitter the possibility of the market. Our targets were at about 32.58, and they got hit pretty early in Asia, but then we were talking about this market might even having the possibility of moving about another 100 points lower from where our targets were. And that was just based on the simple fact that if you look at the weekly charts, you can notice how there was an extremely important support right here, which was a previous resistance on the way up. So that level was nicely hit in the overnight session. Now you can look at the in this market, when we moved higher, it kind of overshot this 127, maybe even went to a 1618 if I'm not wrong, and then we pulled back. And I still consider this on the weekly charts a major failure into the euro dollar. So now that we're reaching support, I think that we might spend a few days in here, maybe testing, maybe dipping below it and then retracing a little bit. But just watch the look of this weekly candle into the end of the week, and it's extremely important, you know, not to jump into any longs until you have any sort of signal here, at least on a daily chart, to move into a long position. So for right now, I would continue to be short. I think that we have broken, you know, this pretty important trend line in here, and if we go back and probably retest this trend line, let's say in the beginning of the next week, to a little bit of a rally in here, then I will look to add to the shorts. If we're moving above it again and we close above it on a daily basis, then you know, we might even get more upside. But just pay attention for right now onto this market. On the monthly charts, you know, this market looks pretty heavy, and it would take a lot of buying power in here to modify the look of this candle. So pay attention, and I would continue to stick with your shorts and look for the retracements to sell in here. All right, that's in the euro dollar, and I want to mention also the Aussie yen. We have about 3 more trades open in here, and that our members had access to in real time. And you can see here, this is the Aussie yen, and we've been shorting this Aussie yen since about 96.46, so just about you know, 100 points higher in here, and we're looking for this. You can notice how these are the weekly charts, and you can notice how this extremely important resistance level is in the Aussie yen wasn't able to be breached, and ever since any of this happened up here, the market squeezed up higher, and it posted a you know, pretty strong failure of this 97.30 level through this double bar. And anytime you get this kind of candles onto the weekly charts, I think they're extremely important. And now you're having this retracement, and there's no continuation upward, and the market says, you know what, I've been testing these levels for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 7 days in here, and you know, nothing happens, so now I'm just gonna move lower. So oh, did I say weekly charts? No, yeah, these are the daily charts. So you can see now that we're somewhere close to a support in here into the Aussie yen. Look for a daily close below this 95.50 level, and I think that the market it's probably ripped to move even lower. We're looking, you know, our targets would be somewhere into the, you know, 94 zone, 94.10, 94.20, somewhere over here, and then we will look for a little bit of a bounce and try to resell this market for some, you know, even more aggressive move lower. So that's in the Aussie yen. And I want to take a look also at the dollar CAD. You guys know that we've been long on this dollar CAD for quite a while as well, and I just want to mention we're long in here for about from 99.80, and you know, I don't have any specific target yet on the dollar CAD. I would like to ride this market upwards as long as possible, but I do want to point, if we're measuring, you know, and you're noticing this leg lower that you know, that happened back in between July and October of last year, and if you consider that a pretty strong and important leg down, you can measure the fib from that leg, and I want to see where we're kind of ending in here. So you can notice that we have broken above the 618, and the next pretty important level is the 786 fib zone. So that comes at about 102.60 zone, right in there. So I think that would be a pretty good target, and I tell you why. Because if we're measuring also this, if you consider this a retracement, and you can look at this as a correction into the market, you can also measure the two legs, and usually in an ABC correction, the legs are identical. So if that's what it is, sorry about that. Let me just try to measure this out. You can notice if I just measure this first leg, let's say this is the A leg, and then we kind of copy this one and we move it up here, then you're noticing that you know, in the forex market, the legs are usually similar, and although it's not true 100% of the time, but the markets kind of like to respect balance. So you know, the target on that would be somewhere in this neighborhood, which is slightly below 102.50. So I think that anywhere between 102.50 and 102.60, 70 zone would be a good area to take profits into any dollar CAD longs that you have. So that's where we're looking for into our long positions as well. And then if there's any indication of any shorts that can be taken here, that would be a good place to do so, but look for price action on the daily charts for that. And the last trade, it's the Aussie dollar. And if we're looking at the Aussie dollar, and you guys have seen the previous videos we've made, we were keep watching this this trend line in here, and we wanted to short it. We did a few times. We got hit a couple of times with stops in trying to short, but I think we finally got into the right positions in here, and the market is kind of moving lower. We've had this 3 rejections of this trend line, and now the market it's taking a beating in here. You can notice that this 101.80, it's the pretty strong support level. I think the market will try to test it, maybe even break below it before a little bit of a retracement. So we're waiting in here for these levels to break. I think this market is still weak. You can notice on the daily charts in here that we've had a couple of retracements in here, 1, 2, and they were both rejected in here, and now we're moving lower. And I think the main support into this market is a little bit lower at about 101.80 zone. So that's where we're looking for to stop our trades. We're short on this one from 104.20, guys. So that's into the Aussie dollar. I don't see any signs yet of any retracements, even on the 4-hour charts. The market is bouncing a little bit, but I think it's fairly weak in here, and I'm looking for more downside. So I think that's all I've got for today. Just like I said, pay attention on the equity markets. They're acting pretty weak up here after that strong rejection from the highs, and I think that's about it. So I'll talk to you guys later. I'll see you on Twitter. You know, you can visit us at crystotrading.net. We're trading price action with naked charts. As you can see here, we're watching the levels, and we're pretty much focused on candles and you know, failures and pin bars, and you know, all methods of price action that you can learn about at our site. And if you want to trade live with us, you can do it there. And otherwise, I'll see you guys on Twitter. All right, at Cristo Trading and at Cristo1. Have a great day ahead. Bye bye.